recording. Okay, I am recording now. Mm, it's recording. Yes, let me just verify. Okay, so today we will be learning about functions. Okay, functions in JavaScript. So functions means a piece of code. Basically to perform a particular task. And functions in all programming languages, functions are same. Functions are basically the purpose of function is to basically execute the code, to return something from the code, to perform, basically to perform our task. That is function. Now, how does a function looks like? How does a function looks like? In JavaScript, in JavaScript, functions basically we the normal we start with the keyword function and we give a function name, for example, my name, right? Function my name, and it takes parentheses. Inside parentheses what goes is the parameters, okay, and curly braces and the curly braces. This is a normal JavaScript function. This is a normal JavaScript function. It takes inputs here, inputs or or parameters, right? Inputs or parameters. Okay, this is input or parameters. Inside this parenthesis, what goes is either input or parameters. Okay, input, inputs or parameters, and what it returns, the function, this function my name, the function my name, its main purpose is to return output. It's to return something, right? So to return value, to return output, result, right? We should get we, we should get something from this function. We should get something from this function. Okay. Now we can write function in various ways. Okay, in various ways. For example, the first one is named function or function declaration. Okay, function declaration, which is it's similar like this one. Okay, you write a keyword function and let's say we are making one sum function. Okay, sum function, this is a function declaration. This is a function declaration. Okay, meaning the name sum is declared. It's being wasted, it's been wasted on the top of the whenever this JavaScript, whenever this file is is rendered on the browser, or is whenever we put this file in index.html. So this sum function is wasted on the top. Okay, this function is wasted where? At the top of the file. Okay, top of the file. It takes parameters or inputs, right? Parameters or inputs. The main purpose of the function is to return the output. Suppose we are doing sum, right? A and the and the the functions, using functions we can do mathematical operations as well. We can write logics, right? We can write logics. We can write logics that can be reused. For example, there can be we may have to perform mathematical operations for multiple times using this sum function, right? Using sum functions. For example, 2 comma 4, 2 comma 5, 2 comma 5. So these are the arguments, these are the parameters. Okay, we are passing arguments over here, arguments, parameters. These arguments will go over here, and it will do this function will do the sum of these inputs, and then it will return the of output from this function. Okay, output from this function. Another way of writing function is function expression. Function expression, which is basically passing the function or assigning a function to a variable. For example, multiply, right? Multiply, and you just pass the function like this: x comma y, right? And then you return x. That's it. And then you just multiply, and then you pass 2 comma 5. This is function expression. Okay, function expression. These kind of functions expressions are anonymous. Okay, these are anonymous. Okay, anonymous, and these are not hoisted like function declaration. These are not hoisted. Okay, no, sorry, not hoisted. Okay, not hoisted, not hoisted. Okay, not hoisted. So these are very difficult in debugging times. Okay, debugging times, because they do not provide a name. They don't have name. Okay, they don't have name in the stack traces. Other way of writing function is arrow function. Arrow function. Okay. So how do you write arrow function? Is const is squared, and it's like an arrow. It's like an arrow like this. This is arrow function, and it takes a parameter over here, a comma b, and it's like the same. It will return something from this function, a plus b, a plus b, right? Oh yeah, a comma b, yeah, and you can just square, sorry, square, right? Okay, it takes suppose a, right, and then square is a, right, and you pass. This is how you write the arrow function. Arrow function. So main purpose of the function is to basically to write logics, to make the code reusable, right? And similarly to we can perform a lot of mathematical operations, right? We can write logic, you can for decision making purposes, and yeah, you can perform a lot of calculations, right? Basically to make them for reusable, to write code that is reusable, and